Hello there. Today I will be talking about this Nintendo timeline theory that I have made. This theory was made because I wanted to help connect all the games that Nintendo makes like Mario, Zelda, and Animal Crossing, and include games from other developers like Pokemon and Fire Emblem. So, enough explanation, let's get into the timeline. So, I'm starting off this timeline with Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2. Alright, I will have to admit, I've not played these games, but this will make sense later on in the timeline. Oops. Sorry. But anyways, let's get into this footage that will help me with this timeline.
Long ago, the world was nothing more than an endless sea, cloaked in a boundless sky, reaching as far as could possibly be imagined. Then two great titans came into existence. The Bionis and the Mechonis. Until at last, only their lifeless corpses remained. Eons have passed. Now, our world, this vast land stretching across the remains of the Bionis, is under attack from a relentless force known as the Mechon. Do what I set out to. The Mechon must pay.
So that begins this world, with an endless sea with a sky, until two beings popped into existence, probably from some supernatural force. I am showing cutscenes from the game, so spoilers, but with it. Sorry about the dog barking, I cannot help this. So this begins the two gods fighting in each other, and they create world. Of course, two structures, especially dead corpses, will eventually rot and, well, collapse. And this makes islands and continents out of their two big dead bodies. So, this planet is relatively the size of Jupiter. And of course, there's already life on it, and they probably do survive it. As you can see right here, these humans. And humans are a dominant force in this world for a long time. So this is kind of like a different universe than us. What's it called? It's not a different world union with the multiverse, but a different dimension from ours. The next game in this timeline will be the Kid Icarus series. Kid Icarus. So in this world, although in that cutscene they didn't say they were gods, they are gods. So they fall apart and life continues on. Now you might be wondering why that guy has wings. Well, this is not our universe, like I said. This is a different universe with its own laws of physics and everything. Even though in the scene I might have said, well, it's like our universe but different. There's just humans in it, but they're gods. So, either through some genetic or through some supernatural force. Some people, creatures, or things get supernatural abilities, such as the god of light, the god of darkness, the god of the underworld, the god of the sea, Poseidon, Hercules, Zeus, Hades, Palutena. So, as I said, kind of like Avatar, some people get special things, and this is where the beginning of a genetic trait, which will be useful later on in this series. So, this genetic trait is used. It basically gives someone a big amount of courage. Like Kid Icarus is the first one in this timeline, and Shulk. their genetic traits. Sorry, this freezed. I'm very sorry about that. Let me figure this out. So, anyway, as we go on to this video, of course, in the series, spoiler alerts, Kid Icarus kills Hades with Medusa's power too. And Kid Icarus might be happy about that, but that's actually where the beginning of the end for this era is. And this era, so from the Xenoblade Chronicles 1 to afterwards, to Kid Icarus, has been a span of 10,000 years. That's what I'm going to put it as. A very long period. Much similar to our universe. Because Rome and ancient Egypt were a long time. Thousands of years. BC and AC. I mean AD. But Common Era and before Common Era. So, the underworld army, because, well, the people who go to the underworld are dead. The underworld army is still mad about this. And eventually, because there's always going to be a growing underworld army, because other than the people with the rare genetic traits, which are gods in this universe, which they might say they can die, but Achilles' heel, there's always a way for a god to die. So, they go out and kill everyone. All of the gods. Now, a few still remain, which will go later on in this timeline I have made. A few, yes. But not a lot. Of course, gods like Mercury and Venus, they're gonna die, because one's the god of... Basically, he's just he's a mailman. He's a mailman god. And the other one is the god of love. You can't stop someone from killing you with love. But gods like war, Mars, of course they're going to survive and kill the underworld army and eventually get things problematic. So, a great deal, which is why it's an extinction. Which I don't know what a term is for an extinction for, where there's a few remaining survivors. So, the god apocalypse. So, they survive this and goes into the other period of time I will be doing. So this is the end of the era. So every god in this is dead. Because the underworld army is mad at them. Is gone too. And eventually everything cools down. And history continues until the medieval era, which is where I will begin the next part of this series. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. And I apologize for my stuttering. Although this is scripted, I am still a little camera shy.